Hello, my wonderful friends. Megas with you on a beautiful day in Asha. I am beyond excited. I hope you're ready for this message today because this is going to change everything. I'm going to entitle this Zoroaster's Magic Writing. I'm going to show you how all the masters, my friends, took those ideas that were inside of them and once they put them down on paper into a book, my friends, it took those heavenly ideas and it brought that energy into form and matter. I'm going to show you how to do that today. Before we even get started though, I want you to hit the like button right now and you're going to understand by the end of this why. So something Spirit put on my heart before we move on to the actual writing is experience. And this is so important. You know, I went out for a walk yesterday. Of course, I go for a walk every day. My friends, stay with me. I know this one might be kind of long now that I'm looking at all we have to cover. I promise you it's going to be worth it. This will change your life, my friends, if you do it. And that's what I want you to get, the understand of the doing. I went for a walk yesterday, like I always do, and I went up to my tippy top. It's a couple miles from here where I keep my chair. I go up and I read Asha every day. I have a spiritual practice that I do. People love the stories. I talk about the magic that I work in, my friends, and my connection with God, but I do something. And oh my God, yesterday, my friends, it was already getting dark by the time I got out there, but I had set my mind. I wanted to go to my spot. I needed to be there. So I grabbed a flashlight because I knew it was going to be dark on my way home. And when I got up there, my friends, it was the most beautiful sight. I'm standing at the top of this mountain and I got a view of this beautiful lake and then the mountains and trees and nobody or nothing around and the crescent moon was right there coming up over the horizon there, and then behind me was a dark black wall of storm coming, and my brain was telling me you better head back down, but my spirit was like, I want to experience this, my friend. And I saw it coming and it started blowing and the trees were moving and then that dark cloud was all around me and it was so close, and then there was lightnings and thunders, and I just raised my hands and I was taking in all that energy, my friends, and I was praising Spirit, and I was praising the water, and I was praising the fire and the earth and the air, my friends, and I was just taking in that powerful energy, and I can't even tell you what I felt. It was so beautiful, my friends, but it's just experiencing it and it's doing it, and as I was walking home, it was dark and I had my flashlight and I was thinking about how many people move up here to the mountains where I live and they have an idea of the things they're going to do. Oh, I'm going to go hiking in the woods, and I'm going to explore and enjoy nature and find waterfalls, and I'm going to go snow skiing in the winter time, and all these ideas they have, but they end up not going out and actually doing it. From whatever state they move to and they move here, they haven't changed what they did there. Maybe they just sat home and in the evenings and they would watch TV, you know, and so they end up after their first winter here moving back because they didn't do it. They had the idea of it, but they didn't get out and do it. I saw that when I lived in California too. People telling me, oh man, you can go to the beach every day, you can surf every day, you can wear shorts every day, but they didn't do any of those things and they end up going back to wherever they came from. It's the same spiritually. You will go back to Babylon if you don't do these things. You have to do to experience it, my friends, and so you got to do the meditations. You got to get into that place of samadhi and bliss and that connection with God, and you never want to go back. There's nothing better, my friends, than magi magic and intimacy with God. It's better than sex. It's better than drugs. It's better than alcohol. But if you don't experience God and this magic, you're going to go back to Babylon. You're going to go back to your alcohol and your drugs and perversion and lust. So you've got to do it. Are you guys still with me? I always wonder, is anyone behind that camera right now? I'm going to keep talking anyway, my friends, because someone needs to hear this. The other day, remember, we're talking about Venus, the 8-pointed star, and I pulled the 8 of Pentacles. And my friends, it was magic. Before I even pulled it, remember, you go back and watch that video if you haven't seen it, 8-point star. I was getting ready to pull the card, and this bubbling of magic in my stomach, and I knew, I'm all, boom, it's an 8, my friends. I knew it was an 8 because we're talking about the Venus and Hita and the 8-point star, and I knew it was an 8, but I was so overwhelmed by it, I didn't have time to break it down. There was more magic than I even realized. In that 8 of Pentacles, my friends, the Venus that we're talking about, Anahita, her cycle from Earth, viewed from Earth, it takes 8 years to go from one point in the sky all the way around back to that point. So it's 8 years. Again, it's 8. And here's something beautiful. We pulled the 8 of Pentacles. Pentacles, it's a pentagram, right? It's a 5-pointed star. Okay? In that 8-year cycle of Venus, it makes in the night sky a 5-pointed star, a pentagram. And so us pulling the 8 of Pentacles was even more than I realized, my friends. But that magic I felt and got to share with my wonderful friends, it's better than anything else you could ever go back to. It's better, like I said, than sex, drugs, alcohol, anything else, my friends. Union with God, magic, it's the absolute best. And there's nothing better than Asha, my friends. And so what I'm trying to tell you to do is make sure you don't just have the idea of it, but you do it. Have a spiritual practice. And the spiritual writing, I want you to make this a part of your spiritual practice. But every day getting Asha and going to a special place like I do and just reading Asha and telling Spirit how much you love Him. Being grateful. Every day getting up and being thankful for something in your life. We always, always, always have something to be grateful for, my friends. Okay, so what I want us to do, we've been on 8 here. Remember, the last few weeks has been 9. It's always about the 9, but right now it's about 8. It's about what's happening energetically with Venus and Anahita right now, the 8. And so Asha 8 is where we're going to be writing our magic out of. And here's what I want you to realize. If you got Asha, grab it. And Asha 8 is mostly written as it is already done, my friends. And in a few places I'm going to have you change as you write it out so that it's already done. Alright, my friends, if you haven't already, please, if you need to, pause this and grab a piece of paper and a pen, and we're going to write out Asha 8, and we're going to do it in the most magical, beautiful way. And I want you to put your magic symbols on the paper you're writing on. So we're going to use the 8-pointed star, and we're going to draw from that magic and energy, my friends. And the easiest way to draw it is 2 squares over each other like that. We're going to put the 9. And remember, these symbols, you have to know the energy and the reason and understanding behind it for it to work, my friends. It's like, remember yesterday we talked about those powerful prayers, Yatahu and Hashem Vahu, and when you say those holy vibration words, with understanding, it brings you the magic of those words. And so we understand now the power of the 8-pointed star. The 9, we've been talking about that for weeks. We are the 9, where we spiral in that energy from Spirit, and then we spiral it out to the world. And then, of course, Asha is symbol, my friends. And Asha, what is Asha? What does Asha is mean in my life? It means Asha is health, is life, is peace, is joy, is kindness, is good. God is God good, is omnipresent, and that means all those things are here now, my friends. And so write your holy symbols on your page, and now I want you to write it like this. So the statement says, I will seek first the thought of God. Asha. So this is teaching us to always look first for the highest thought, Asha. But I want you to write it this way. Put, I know the omnipotent idea, Asha. Write that for the statement. I know the omnipotent idea, Asha. It says, the perfect creator's perfect mind created a perfect thought. So when we're done here, you can write this whole teaching. So in Asha, there's a statement and then the teaching. And so you can write out this teaching after we're done here. So the perfect creator's perfect mind created a perfect thought. I am that thought. See, so it already is. It's not hoping one day I hope and beg and pray that I can be your perfect thought, your perfect idea, that I can be one with you, God, one Asha. No, it already is. I am that thought. And then it says, I love this, I am perfect spirit. And then here it says, and here's where I want you to do a little tweak. It says, I choose not to be double-minded. I want you to put something there like, I'm glad I chose to be single-minded, to know only Asha. You see where I'm going with this? There's a few tweaks. Most of it's written as it's already done, but it's also a teaching for people. And so now that we're Ashavans means truth knower. We're not seekers anymore, my friends. We've connected. We made that connection with God. We now have Vohumenu, the God mind. We're omnipotent. We have omniscience. We see and know all. We can tap into. My God, if Tesla and Einstein can tap into the collective conscious, my friends, and get these ideas that didn't come from books or teachers, my friends, my God, we're connected to Ahura Mazda, the wisdom being. There's nothing hidden from you. You got the greatest Google search ever right here inside of you, inside your Fravashi, divine spark. And then it says, I choose to thank God. And so there you're gonna write something along the lines of, again, I thank God. I know God. I am in union with God. And not the lie, not the illusion, not the matrix. It already is. And then again, it steps back into, I am perfect spirit, God's child thought. And spirit makes body form. Therefore, my body is perfect. My world is perfect. We're no longer begging and hoping, oh, deity in the sky, please bring health to me and my children. Please protect me. Please provide for me. It already is. Because I am a child of the King. And I want you to wrap your mind around that. I want you to get your vibration in tune with that. That's how it is, my friends. And therefore my world is. And then here it says, on a subconscious level, I live in truth. So it already is. On a in my heart of hearts, I live in truth. I live in Asha. What is the truth? It's the perfect Creator's perfect idea. What else could he make? That's the truth, and I live in that already. And the lie of discord disappears. I love that. The spell of separation is broken. It's not going to, hopefully one day, it is broken. I live in Asha right now. I live in divine life and health right now. Because in truth, all is good. All is God. And I want you to physically write this out and put our magic symbols on it, my friends. And then I want you to look at it every day. My friends, look at it every day for 21 days. And the best time is right before you're going to bed. Because when you know that when you get to that place between awake and asleep, that's that connection, that spirit connection that we make. And so you're putting this into your mind. And then as you fall into that place between awake and asleep, it's there. When you get up in the morning, let that be the first thing you see. Let that be your truth, not what some guy at the water cooler at work's saying or something that's on the news. My friends, let this be your news, your truth. And so put this before your eyes first thing in the morning and right before you go to bed, and do that for 21 days, and it rewires your neural pathways, my friends, and then you rewire your very energy, your DNA, your genes that you're going to pass on to your children are going to be different. Maybe there's fear and greed and hate and lower vibrations passed from your parents and grandparents. That stops today, my friends. Well, at least in 21 days, but in truth, it's already done. And just do this practice, my friends. I tell you, you're not going to ever want to go back to Babylon. You're not going to care about drugs and alcohol and meaningless relationships anymore, because you're going to have magic in your life. You're going to have peace in your life, and you won't trade it for anything. Nothing is more beautiful than union with the all-good spirit of Ahura Mazda. Oh, so beautiful. Guys, I love you so much. Thank you, guys. Asha, oh, So, I mean, you know it's more than a book, but I love the physical book itself. And when I go on and see that it's selling and people are leaving reviews, if you haven't already, and I read those reviews, I see the new ones. I love, like I said, what Ad and I did by taking a picture of Asha 9 and putting it on there. And I read all of your guys' beautiful comments and what Asha has meant to you. And just your comments alone, guys, blesses me more than you can know. I don't want to start trying to name off everyone's names, but you know who you are, that take the time to put your heart into the comments, and you've put in your life into Asha. You've given life to Asha, my friends. I don't think you realize what you've done. You've given birth to Asha on earth, my friends, by you believing Asha, believing the highest truth, holding that light and love, and saying Asha is, and writing your Asha is symbols, my friends. You've brought Asha to earth, and there's nothing more beautiful, guys. I'm so proud of you. I have more love for you than you can even understand. Thank you. Keep bringing that Asha to earth. Asha is, Asha is. My friends, keep sharing this message, sharing Ahura Mazda, the all-good God, sharing Jesus, the Christ mind, that you and God are one. Oh, so beautiful. I love you guys so much. We'll see you next time.